Let's go, Kirk Cousins to the freaking Atlanta Falcons.
It is extremely alarming that he only had one playoff win in 12 years.
I got 3 words for you. You like that?
Are you kidding me? A guy that's coming off an Achilles injury and you're paying him what? I'm going to talk about how he actually performed last year, though. You get this red zone play where the design of this play looks to be like you're throwing the football into the flats, but what you're actually doing is a tight end delay. This is something that we've talked about quite a bit on this channel. So 84 acts like he's blocking, and his job is to leak over here to the backside, and normally you'll see someone just get wide open. But they're ready for it, okay? The Chargers are ready for the tight end throwback. Hockenson gets knocked down to the ground here, and this is just a mess. So you have an unblocked guy coming off the edge right here, and Kirk is going to throw this football when it's covered, okay? But look at this. While he's getting demolished here, he actually throws it to this receiver's back shoulder to still complete this touchdown. That is absolutely ridiculous. Now, just for craps and giggles, you want to know why Brandon Staley got fired? Because of things like this, okay? It's 4th and 6. This is the opportunity basically to end the game, and the Chargers decide to play two-man under, right? You don't see the two deep safeties right here, and that is just a horrible defensive call in the spot, if you ask me. And they try to run some kind of twist. Everything is picked up. Why are your safeties this far back when they only need 6 yards to gain? It gives Kirk all day to throw, and it allows this deep over route from KJ Osborne. Look, your safety's all the way back here. They're not trying to throw the football that deep. But that's why, of course, Brandon Staley is where he is right now. So Osborne actually is able to turn the corner and score this. It's still a really good throw by Kirk. So this is probably my favorite thing about Kirk's game is when things get hostile, he's really good, right? So you see fake throw here. Guess what? They're running the Kansas City Chiefs play, except instead of a tight end, they're doing it with the running back. We just did a deep dive on this play. It is floating in the top right corner of your screen. And, man, Kirk dumps this off, right? And this is pretty well blocked, and after this play call, you're going to see something ridiculous from Kirk Cousins, right? Just for reference, the Vikings fumbled on the very first play of this game, and they're down 7-0, and they had to convert a 4th down earlier on this drive. It was a good throw from Kirk on a whip route to Jordan Addison. I want you to see this throw right here on 3rd and 7, okay? This ends up being an extremely exotic pressure. Okay, this slot corner is actually coming. Pause. All right. And 23, Tranquil, is actually running all the way over here to pick up this slot receiver out of a too-high look. Okay. So watch what Kirk Cousins does here. Okay. He sees that this slot corner is coming off this edge. Okay. So once he sees that, right, and pre-snap, you would not think that this slot corner is coming. Now, why is that the case? Well, since Kansas City is in too high right here, that is a long way for this safety to come over here and pick up Hockenson. But once again, Steve Spagnuolo is a beast. He actually is indeed blitzing, and Tranquil is coming all the way over here to pick up Hockenson. So where you want to throw the football is right here to Hockenson on this deeper out at the sticks. And that's what Kirk sees, okay? And look at this. Protection is okay. There's a guy blitzing untouched from that far out, and he is in Kirk's passing lane. He's able to throw it around him, and look at this ball location. Bang! Hits him right in the hands. It's a drop. It's not an easy catch. All right, so we move ahead to the 2nd and 20, okay? This is kind of a tough play for me to evaluate because it does look like this to Hockenson over the middle was open. I don't know the progression, though. It very well could have been 1 all the way to 2, but more than likely, I would think that this would be the number 2 if Jefferson is covered, so it should have been bump to bump. Sometimes I feel Kirk can miss these kinds of things. But quarterback coaches, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. He thought about throwing this to Addison. There's a defender right there. So the one thing I like about Kirk is it doesn't ever seem like he is panicked back there. Once again, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. And he actually waits for Addison to cut across full field here. And he gets his throw, and it sets up a third and manageable. All right, so here we are in the very next play. We actually put Justin Jefferson here in the backfield, and watch what Hockenson and Jefferson do. They draw so much coverage, and the process right here by Kirk is really good, okay? He's starting off looking to the right, but this year Minnesota's timing in the red zone was a little off, okay? You'll see that this ball flies behind his head. So you'll get this angle right here. Obviously, Kirk takes, for the most part, look like a pretty good snap. So he's looking right, and then works all the way backside here. And I don't know if this is on Osborne. It just comes down to the timing of these routes. His head isn't turned in time. And even if that is the case, the ball is behind him here, okay? This right here is just some ridiculously good quarterback play right here by Kirk Cousins, okay? It's one of those things where you fake the throw out here to Justin Jefferson, and you're trying to hit TJ Hockenson on a, it looks like he's blocking, and then just hit him up the sideline. This is run on all three levels of the game of football now, okay? It's not there, okay? Tranquil does a good job getting over the top of it, and there's a lot of pressure right in his face, so he steps up into this pocket and then works probably his third progression here, which is the dig. And look at this throw. Resets his feet while getting hammered. And look at where he puts it for Osborne. Bang. This time you do lead him, and you pick up this first down, or just short of it. All right, here we go. 4th and 6. You got to have it. This is basically game on the line situation. Okay, first off, this should have been a penalty. Ball was not off in time, if this clock is indeed correct. Vikings catch a massive break for you Chiefs referee conspiracists out there. Look at when Kirk decides to rip this thing, okay? Jefferson's not on the field, so this isn't really open. Hockenson is doubled. It looks like he was trying to throw this football here to potential TJ. You'll see he pumps, doesn't like it. This pocket is really good. Resets his feet, and this is when he's ripping this comeback right here to Jordan Addison. You got to have it. Big game. Kirk Cousins hits him right in the chest. All right, here we go. We get trips to the field here. It's 3rd and 8. This is a chance to fend off the defending champions here. And once again, a pass rusher eventually gets through, and Kirk still rips this thing with Karlaftis right in his face. Bang! Right in the number to Powell, okay? Now, we all know this is what he's known for, okay? This play right here is just a perfect example of Kirk Cousins' career, and this was actually from a few years ago. Pocket collapsing, and, of course, Kirk is a blazer in the running game. He is known for his legs. Kidding. But, I don't think you're going to be seeing a whole lot of this after this last Achilles injury. And you'll see from the end zone angle, I do think Kirk has a tendency. Look at this dive, okay? He is nowhere close. I mean, is that the worst dive attempt ever? You're getting turf burn for no reason at all, okay? This right here is open, okay? Bang, all right? I feel like that could have been ripped, but then again, there is some pressure right here to his right side. So, yeah, that's a tough thing to rip, if you ask me, but that is there, okay? But Kirk elects to run, and the reason why I don't like this decision to run is that there are faster ends in Golden here, 44, that is strip sacking this right here, okay?
He's coming off of an injury. Why didn't they get Justin Fields? I can't make it about me. But if I were to make it about me, it's like, I'm in Atlanta.
So is Cam Newton right? Should they have just gotten Justin Fields or him? If you want to know why Justin Fields was the move that Atlanta needed to stay away from, well, that video will be floating in your face in just a second. Fields is just not good, and the NFL market just told you that, and that's kind of painful for me to say because I was high on Justin Fields coming into the NFL. So, look, you look at the advanced stats for Kirk Cousins. They were incredible when he played, okay? And you've seen that he went up against some really good teams like the Chiefs and the 49ers, and then he went up against some bad teams like Carolina, the Chargers, and Chicago. So, I mean, you could take that any way you want to. But, yes, you look top 5 in completion percentage over expected and EPA per play, top 10 in NFL QBR. That is very interesting. And one weird thing is he actually regressed in an area where Atlanta also struggled with over the years. We'll get into that in just a second. I do think it's a small sample. I do think that would have smoothed out over the course of the season because historically Kirk Cousins, according to advanced stats, is just not really that good. I mean, he's had one season inside the top 12 in QBR, and he has 2 10-win seasons as a quarterback. And one of those 10-win seasons was the fluky season where Minnesota got to the playoffs and lost to Daniel Jones and the Giants. Now, that had more to do with their crappy defense, but you still lost to Daniel Jones and the Giants, and your 13-win season was the flukiest 13-win season in NFL history with all those one-possession wins. So, only other one real 10-win season as a starter. Now, from an Atlanta perspective, Desmond Ridder, terrible. You have all these weapons, and you kind of want to see what they can do, right? A lot of those guys are still on rookie deals led by Bijan Robinson and Drake London. What I will tell you, though, this one stat I think really stuck into Atlanta's craw, and it's the only stat where Kirk actually regressed, and that is red zone touchdown percentage, okay? You saw a really good touchdown red zone play to start versus the Chargers, but you also saw that KJ Osborne miss. What I want you to do is take a look at this chart, okay? And you're looking at the NFL red zone touchdown percentages, and some of these are some Matt Ryan years. As you can see, these numbers are really bad where it matters the most, and the Minnesota Vikings with Kirk Cousins at quarterback, they have consistently been inside the NFL's top echelon when it comes to red zone TD percentage, okay? And that really stands out to me. And Atlanta has it. If you've watched any Falcons football, they have been crucially terrible there. Maybe that was part of their evaluation because Kirk has been mostly good in that area of the field, and that is really impressive considering he is not a runner, right? Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen in that red zone, their running ability, tush push and all, is a difference maker, and Kirk in the red zone has been mostly good when it comes to getting 7s instead of 3s. So comment below your thoughts on this film study, and we'll talk to you soon. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom! And Cam, I'd love to go on 4th and 1. Seems like a good show. And tonight, we're doing burgers. Let's go.